Well, I got to make sure it's perfect because, you know, my name is out here and I don't want nobody thinking I want to be looking bad in front of these people. Sup? How you doing? Welcome back to A Moment of Clarity with yours truly, Aaron Thomason. Now, you know my question, right? Did you bring somebody with you? Did you give it to 3 people? Did you put the big fella to work for you? All right. Now, you know, here on A Moment of Clarity, this is the place where we help overthinkers and perfectionists take the next step in the direction of their goals with clarity and confidence, ending that cycle of self-doubt and frustration. All right. So let's get into it. I want to pose this way. I want to pose it, and I want you to think about this. Can we agree? I'm looking for some agreement, some amens, put it in the chat, whatever. Can we agree that most of us don't like change? Can we agree with that? Well, you know something? I don't know. I'm going to raise my hand. I actually don't really like change. But here's the thing. I actually don't like things staying the same either. Right? So it's this weird space that a lot of us are in where we want to know what to expect, but we get bored quickly. Yeah, I don't want things to keep changing, but ooh, I'm so tired of doing this. Okay, I know I'm speaking to somebody right now. And so when we talk about this thing change, for a lot of us, we try to avoid doing it at all costs. You got some of your friends that you like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Let's go a different way home, or let's go to this restaurant, or let's go do this. And they're like, no. We do this all the time, the same way, and this is what we're trying to get done. You know that routine, right? Hey, listen, I got, some people in my family, I'll leave them nameless. I know they watch these, but please do not throw them off their routine. Oh, listen, you throw them off their routine, it's almost like they can't, like they could be off their routine maybe 5 minutes, and it's almost like they can't even function because you done disrupted their whole pattern. You done changed something and you didn't actually get permission to change it. You disrupted their routine and their pattern, and they actually don't know what to do now that it's over because they've turned their brain off to just go through the routine of doing it and doing it and doing it. And when it's interrupted, it's like, hey, whoa, wait a minute. What am I supposed to do with that? Right? Okay. I might not just be my family. I'm sure somebody else. It could be you. But that's one of the reasons, because we get so comfortable. Some people say we get caught up in a rut, right? We get complacent. Well, but we stay in this space where change isn't what we're looking for. And so as I've been thinking about 3 things I think that I come up with, and hopefully you agree. You'll let me know in the comments if I'm losing my mind, if I'm spot on. It's 3 reasons why I believe that people do not like the change, right? 1, change is hard. I mean, let's talk about it. We talked about this earlier in the year, that change is hard. Why is change hard? Because you're going from the familiar to the unfamiliar. It's difficult. Hey, you might have just bought yourself a new house and you're like, oh, I'm so excited about this new house. But guess what? Getting ready to go into that new house, you still got a new neighborhood. You got to find maybe different vendors, people to cut your grass, or maybe a new place where you like to go to the grocery store. Hey, you might have to get new friends. But change is hard because it disrupts what you know, what has been comfortable, and it disrupts that, and it puts you in a space where now you got to start that process all over again. And I'm sure a lot of us actually start overthinking it or second guessing. Do I really need to make this change? Is it really that big of a deal? Probably, right? Because we're probably in some jobs that we probably needed to change before. And we're like, well, they ain't that bad. I kind of been around here long enough. But there's still something inside of you that's saying something needs to be better. But you're avoiding it because starting over, doing something different is hard. Here's the second reason I think why people don't make changes. Not only is it hard, but it's uncomfortable. Oh, super uncomfortable, mad uncomfortable. Okay, let's do this. Ever been in a relationship you probably went too long? Okay, all right. I'm just gonna let that sit. Been in a relationship you in too long. And the one thing that you going through in your head, you creating doomsday and you second guessing, you thinking 4, 5 steps ahead, that you thinking like, this person ain't that bad. But if I was to start all over, oh, then we got to go through the awkward space of getting to know each other. And then we got to go through this space of trying to, get to let them in again and let her in again. And nope, it ain't time to meet the folks. And they can't come by the house and meet the kids yet. Like, I got to go through all this. I just broke him in. I just broke her in. But it's so uncomfortable to think about change. You just keep trying to find ways in your mind to make you comfortable to stay right where you are. And guess what? You can't find them. They actually don't exist. And because they don't exist, you're still trying to contemplate, is the change worth it, or how can I stay put? But what happens is you keep going time and time again, and you're frustrated because you know you need to be doing something different. Listen, I've talked to enough people, especially women, that are frustrated that they let that man hang on as long as they did because they knew he was supposed to be gone long before she finally got rid of him. Can I get an amen, my sisters? Okay, I know. All right, so we got 2 reasons, right? We got the first 2 reasons. 1, it's hard. 2, it's uncomfortable. 3, the results are not guaranteed. I want us to think through that, right? Because when we talk about the results not being guaranteed, to go from the familiar to the unfamiliar, something that was comfortable, now potentially it's uncomfortable. Now we going to, so is this worth it? Yeah, we're going to sit back. Come on, for my Christian brothers and sisters. I know you sitting back saying, well, God says, you got to first count up the cost. And you got to see if it's worth it. Then we go Stephen Covey, and we're going to begin with the end in mind. And we're going to go through all these different things. And guess what? All we're trying to do is find a reason just to stay put. Yep. Overthinking. Well, I got to make sure it's perfect because, my name is out here and I don't want nobody thinking I want to be looking bad in front of these people. Who cares who you looking bad in front of? This is your life. This is your life that's continuing to go on the inside where you're saying, this ain't where I'm supposed to be. I need to be someplace different. But you are keeping yourself from making the move forward because you're thinking about somebody else because the result's not guaranteed. Let me ask you this. That person that you so worried about, that you doing all these mental gymnastics in your head to try to figure out what's going on, are they going to come by your house and pay your bills? Are they going to come by and cut your grass? Come by and take the trash out. Come by and play with your kids. If they not doing any of that, why are we even putting them in the thought process of us making a move to better ourselves? I just want us to think through that. Consumed about, these results aren't guaranteed. And then most of the time, there's a person or person's opinion that's on the other side of it that actually ain't thinking about you. Nope. As beautiful as you are, they ain't thinking about you. As smart as you are, they ain't thinking about you. And you going over and over and over in your head, staying in a place where now you've actually become uncomfortable, but you still don't want to make the change because you know this and you don't know that. Listen, let's just review it real quick. It's 3 reasons, right? All of us, we agreed earlier, all of us do not like change. Some people say, hey, I like, no, I just heard you. I heard somebody in my head. I know that some of y'all say, I'm cool with change. I make change whenever change happens. Change ain't no big deal for me. I can make change. I got you too. You only like to make change when you want to make change. So you don't really like it neither. Oh, you got a little control freak in you too. Okay, I'm going to speak to it. So let's go through the 3 things. The 3 reasons why people don't make change. 1, it's hard. 2, it's uncomfortable. And 3, the results are not guaranteed. So here's what I want you to be able to do. I want you to do me a favor. In the comments, slide into my DMs. Here's what I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me a list of the things that you've been avoiding because they're hard. Yep, I want you to put a list of the things that you've been avoiding since they are so hard. They're hard, they're uncomfortable, and the results aren't guaranteed. I want you to put every last one of them things on the list. And when you put those on the list, I'll be your accountability partner. Listen, hit the book now button or put it in my DMs and put the big fella to work. You got to get out of this. We got to start helping you get out of your head, because there's brilliance in your mind that's clouded by your overthinking. It's clouded by your second guessing. It's clouded by you actually thinking that the world's going to blow up if you take the next step in the direction of your goals and dreams, and it actually don't work out. Guess what? All you going to do is learn something. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going back again. Not missing this. Go now, hit the book now button, or slide into my DMs and give me at least 3 things on the list of 3 things that you've been avoiding this year. 3 things that you've been avoiding because they're hard. All right? Then after you do that, I need you to give this to 3 people that you know have been avoiding some things because they're hard. Give it to them. Put me to work for you, save the relationship, and do me this one favor. As we continue to keep moving forward, as you give this to 3 people, as you put that list, I'm not messing around with that list, as you put that list and click the link, either in my DMs or you click the link and you book now that we can talk face to face. Here's what I want you to remember. Just because you're starting on this journey to get better doesn't mean that you weren't already good. So until next time, I'll see you then.